Mario 64. There is a concept of totalitarianism in Mario 64 at some level, or at least of a military war on a kingdom by Bowser, right? That tries to take over that country by force and control it by force. So, control it by force. Okay, that's the key issue, I think. What does that mean? I think Bowser wants to have sort of like the same structure that previously, supposedly, should have existed with Princess Peach, we assume, right? We don't know this because we begin the game in an already started fashion. We don't know where the game came from, or where it's going. But we sort of know that Princess Peach is the ruler, the monarch of this country, this kingdom, and therefore she must be, I suppose, the sole ruler. She is a single authority figure on the country. And she has the power of the stars to sort of guide her and control her, guide her, I suppose, in her ruling of the country. So there's some idea like that. But it is presented as a good thing, right? It's a good country. And Bowser wants to sort of do the same thing. So even though Peach is a single ruler and therefore kind of just as totalitarian, maybe in principle, as Bowser, the game presents a shift between whether Bowser is in control or Peach. And the control of Bowser, I think, is based mostly on force. I think, right? There's the idea that Bowser is coming in with his guns and war and creating a warlike structure that through violence and enforcement and things like that imprisons Princess Peach, in the walls of the castle. So there are imprisonments, there's violence, and through all of this, trying to create a world in which if other people don't want him to be in power, he will still be in power. So he's in power against other people's will. So I think the will here is kind of playing a role, psychologically speaking, symbolically. That Bowser is here playing against the will. It is presented this way, right? That his whole goal, in a sense, is to go against the will of those that he is going to have power over. Whereas Peach is presented as being in favor and in harmony with the will of her subjects as queen, right? That everyone's happy to be a subject to Princess Peach. Everyone will happily serve under this power because they're happy to be under this power. This power is presented to be like harmonious and so on and so forth. Okay. Peach then, is presented this way, as this benevolent monarch, Bowser as an evil monarch. Bowser is someone who takes the power away from the people under him, his vassals, his subjects, whatever they may be. Peach, however, is in favor of people's power, it seems. Like it seems like she's presented as someone who does exactly what the country wants. Everyone's sort of happy and agreeing. There's a feeling of agreement. Again, even though we get no presentation as to what her country looks like while she's the ruler, it feels like there's just a feeling of harmony, fairy tale like harmony. Everyone's in harmony with her. So what people want, people who are under her, want what she wants. There's like a union of wills, perhaps, between the people, so to speak, or people under her, and herself. Bowser, however, has the different will from the people behind him, serving him, right? So it feels almost as if Bowser is being presented as a ruler who has a difference between himself and his subjects. There's a differentiation. There's a conflict in the sense that there's a separation between one and one. These two things are separate, right? The one becomes two in Bowser. There's a conflict in the sense that there's almost just a mathematical conflict between one thing and another thing, between one unit and another unit. It feels as if Bowser's power and Peach's power have this like mathematical structure to them. Peach's power is a harmonious power in the sense almost that her vassals and herself have the same will, almost are one same person, one same subjectivity that acts as one, is harmonious in that sense that it's all one kind of thing.